Well, this movie was unfairly judged. So I saw the new X-Men movie, Dark Phoenix, over the weekend, and I'm just going to start out by saying it. This movie is getting very unfairly judged. Very unfairly judged. It's getting, it has like a 20 to 30% on Rotten Tomatoes, and I don't agree with that. And it kind of, I guess it maybe have warped my view of what this movie could have been, because I was expecting it to be bad, but I'm just going to get into it. I like this movie. So, what is this movie about? Well, Jean Grey, played by Sophie Turner of Game of Thrones fame, her and a couple of the X-Men from the last movie, X-Men Apocalypse, go to space to save these astronauts that get hit by this force. What happens is Jean Grey ends up getting hit by this cosmic entity, and it absorbs into her and makes her like ultra powerful. And then chaos ensues. I really can't go into detail much more about the plot, otherwise I'll give too much of the movie away. Now, like I said, what did I like about this movie? I thought really the mutants were fine. I mean, there was some. I thought all the actors played great. I thought it was kind of cool seeing some of the other actors play in there. One of the biggest complaints about this is that Charles Xavier does something that people are like, "Oh, it's a dick move." But me and my fiance both agree. We're like, I would have done the exact same thing in that situation. I would have he really isn't worth. I mean, what he did was not as bad as what ended up happening in the end. Like, it could have been so much worse, and what he did prevented it from getting worse, even though she later found out about it. Anyway, also, the one thing I really didn't like about this movie was there's like a kind of like a side plot with Jessica Chastain's character. You find out early in the movie, so this isn't really a spoiler, that like she's an alien that comes to there looking for the cosmic force that went inside Jean Grey, and it, to me, just I feel like they could have taken that and chucked it out the window, because it was kind of dumb. Although it did set up for two of the best action scenes in the entire movie, so it's not all bad. I thought the acting was fine. I thought the storyline was fine. They handled this better than the last time the Dark Phoenix saga was handled. It was better than X-Men 3. And to say that this movie is the worst of the X-Men franchise is, again, really, really harsh. I really don't think it's as bad as everyone's making it out to be. It's not as bad as X-Men Origins, where they completely neuter Deadpool. It's not as bad as X3, which completely just glosses over a lot of important X-Men, like Angel. It's not that bad. It really isn't that bad. This is the one of the movies where I say don't listen to the critics. Actually go and see it for yourself. You're really not going to miss anything. You're not going to miss anything amazing, but you're not going to miss anything horrible. You're not seeing anything horrible. It's worth your time. What to me do people find that was bad about it? I mean, I guess they just figured that it was very disjointed, which there are parts where it is. They thought that, some of the characters were really lazily put together, which, I mean, the whole part with the aliens, that was kind of poorly done. I didn't think it was needed. If you actually know the comic book story, you know that there really aren't really aliens involved. Jean Grey just goes crazy and gets this Phoenix Force inside of her. That's really all there is. So, I mean, there's not much really left I have to say about this. So, with that being said, all together, I give the movie a 6 out of 10. It doesn't deserve the 20 to 30% on Rotten Tomatoes that it's gotten. Because if you say that, you're saying that this movie is as bad as 50 Shades of Grey or 50 Shades Freed. It's not that bad. It's not that bad at all. You're saying, oh, Dark Phoenix is as bad as I Feel Pretty or any other Amy Schumer movie. No, they're not. It's not that bad. But trust me, just go see it. I think you'll actually enjoy it. It's not as good as X2, but it's not as bad as X-Men Origins Wolverine. So, I hope you all take my word for it and give this movie a chance. And see ya!